Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Bills Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
First down.
On first down, it's Conner, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
A confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 4.
The tackle made by Devin Bush. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Steelers' 42-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That's good.
Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now the first carry for Zach Moss. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
There on the
T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
On the play. 2nd and 10. at the 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Allen off the bootleg. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And the Bills are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And goal at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 45 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Johnson with a completion over the middle.
Complete.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st down, Steelers.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. For Kidder here, it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Complete to
Eric Ebron with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Return. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
41.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
At the 49-yard line.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Roethlisberger going to get this one to Connor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up
just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Ben to throw again. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Complete to
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
gain of 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The all-pro corner, Tre'Davious White, picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. But their hope is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
In his own end zone, it's Allen. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. He'll get that one complete to Connor. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The ball carrier for Pittsburgh.
Nice play there by Ed Oliver. That's why he went 9th overall when he came out of Houston back in 2019.
It's 3rd down.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together, the front and back.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Left side caught by Diggs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
44-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. On the return, Johnson. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
12.
Roethlisberger. Completion here to Claypool.
Roethlisberger's
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. Well, they'd be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
51-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that's going to bump up their lead now to 15-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On first down, Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Trying to lay one up deep. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Dawson Knox. Incomplete. Minkah Fitzpatrick on the coverage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Bills have cut it to within a score.
And my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful. And it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone, and Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Singletary again, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Working out of the shotgun, here's Allen. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down.
15. 1st down, Pittsburgh.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Steelers.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Steelers 1st down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger, escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Here's Connor. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Again, a run with Connor. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. He hits Beasley right side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Lets it go for Nelson. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. From the gun, a give to Connor. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Allen now on first down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Allen's throw is complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Check 24.
On play action, Allen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
At the 31-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Allen. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Flushed it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. One final try here for Allen. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get this to Connor underneath. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Now it's Connor. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster.
Complete.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jason Kroon, 99 yards. And the Bills draw a bit closer.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point.
So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. Connor. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
First down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Whistles now at a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here now Roberts. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. That catch good for only a couple.
2nd and 8.
Now Allen.
The 30-yard line.
The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Back to throw. Allen, he's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutout big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to